Scorpio, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of March, I'm offering a special, which the theme is about the unconscious awareness. So basically, it's a reading that focuses in bringing forward messages of some hidden elements within the psyche that may be interfering in circumstances and experiences that we are all going through during this frame of time. So if you would like to know more info about that, just email me, or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Scorpio, I feel like some of you in general during the month of March, the Scorpio energy here is fully present with a fierce independent spirit, and this independent spirit is something that is I feel for some of you a struggle, and something you constantly feel like you have to fight for, to either have yourself fully and what you want fully up to you, or living through the domain of others, through the expectations of others, the obligations and entanglements that come from binding energies with other people. So I feel like some of you are fighting against codependency and trying to build your energy into one that only needs and fuels its own self through its own creative power. So you have this beautiful Queen of Wands in your soul position, which is a great card to have, because for me this is the Queen of Joy, right? So when we have this energy in the soul, it means that your spirit during the month of March can be much more uplifted and joyful and optimistic and ready to go into something, ready to take risks, ready to prove to its own self through working on building that confidence that it can accomplish anything it sets its mind into doing. Especially, I say this when you have as a past influence the Nine of Swords. So definitely you are leaving something where there was much more of this darker tone, this negative tone, this fearful connotation, into something during the month of March that can really be felt as very uplifting and a sense of drastic change in the way you are looking and feeling about yourself. So I feel like for some of you, there's a development, there's solutions that you are encountering and working on to better your life and to see in life more beauty, more joy, more opportunities. I feel like some of you were dealing with something where some of you have felt small, where you have felt like your power was shrinked in a certain way, and this can go back to the energy of some of you feeling dependent, excessively dependent on others. And what I feel is like you have been dealing with circumstances in different elements for each of you that have made you feel small. And the month of March, you can be fighting against that and really growing into yourself and into your, gigantic energy of, you don't have the Strength card, but I'm feeling it here. It's like this gigantic animation of your spirit and feeling that you can take on anything, that you have the strength to take on anything. I feel like some of you, your magnetism, your attraction, the way you attract others, the way you put yourself out there is quite important. Especially when I say attraction, it's not only about the way you present yourself in terms of your image. It could also be because the Queen of Wands has some connotation with that. But it's also about your natural aura, right? That is magnetic, that attracts people, your charisma, your personality, your vibrant soul. Your soul is full of that vibrant, passionate energy, and some of you are really transpiring that into your looks. I feel like others of you may want to, you know, change your image. Change, if it's not your image, you yourself, it could be the image of something you are working on. It could be your own business. It could be the way you put yourself out there in social media, in anything you're doing in terms of work, online work, or your own business, or whatever you are involved with in terms of career and finances. I feel like there's a lot of creative juice in everything you are involved. And some of you, being the Three of Pentacles, your unconscious position, you may not be initially aware of this in the first weeks of March, but there's a growth being manifested during this month, which means that there's a lot you can accomplish during this period of time in terms of finances, in terms of career prospects, but also in terms of things you want, as I said in the beginning, to solve in your life. Things that maybe you haven't seen the way out of it. Maybe this Nine of Swords can be about we going over the same issues over and over and over again, and only making it worse because we're focused on the issue, the problem, not on finding solutions. And this Queen of Wands can bring is also a very different way to look at the same issue, especially when you have as well the Hanged Man. Sometimes the Hanged Man is not only about, you know, stagnation and needing to stop and stare, and needing to let spirit guide you, and needing to go through some awakening and sacrifice a part of your ego. Sometimes the Hanged Man also brings a dramatic change of view and perspective over your life, and this is exactly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like some of you, even if not immediately in March, you're going to start to feel those waves of awakening, and in terms of complete radical change of something that you used to see negatively into a positive, a much more positive and empowering force. Some of you, this is about rescuing your power. This is about you finding from within and from your change of perception and perspective the solutions you need to solve some real difficulties or things that have been haunting you in general, and keeping you from joy, and keeping you from fully expressing yourself, fully being yourself. Because the Queen of Wands is also about that. It's about you fully expressing yourself. You know, you being assured of who you are, being strong in that identity, and not being afraid to show yourself as you are because of judgment, of criticism, because the Queen of Wands can be very different, very unique, very eccentric, very loud. But what I'm feeling is this can be something by experiencing or working on freeing those traits that are bold, that are visionary, that don't need anyone, that when I say don't need anyone, is don't need anyone to prove to your own energy, Scorpio, that you are brilliant, that you are attractive, that you can definitely accomplish anything you set your mind into it. I feel like some of you are leaving circumstances that, as I said, have put your power into question. Maybe some of you have given away your power a lot in the past, easily to others, and those things left, of course, marks and bruises and worries, and a lot of it's like an energy as well with this Nine of Swords. The energy of a complex web, right? You start giving and giving and giving, and then you start losing yourself, and you create a lot of these ramifications over those issues that then mentally, energetically can be very difficult to dissolve. So some of you are being able to acknowledge this in the first place, that you need to rescue your power, that your power is important, that you can't just give away, you know, without, you know, somehow damaging your sense of self and your sense of integrity. I feel like some of you are leaving circumstances that, as I said, keep you in negative states of mind. Some of you are looking to, seek happiness and seek happy environments, happy people, people that you consider to be in the same vibe that you are. This can be important, to surround yourself with positive experiences, looking for them, going after, energies that make you feel good, because you have the Nine of Cups as well, which is another beautiful card to have, and this is in your conscious position. So you are very aware that happiness and accomplishing dreams, manifesting good energies, spoiling yourself, giving yourself things you need, things you crave to make you feel good is very important. I feel like there's happiness in your month, especially for Scorpios that have been, as I said, working on changing their views, or in a certain way questioning how they may in a certain part contribute to this, and not wanting to contribute to this anymore. And so of course every day making efforts, every day working, right? Three of Pentacles, working on building dreams, on building their visions into reality, because the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles can be really talking about some Scorpios manifesting real dreams. So you have the vision with the Queen of Wands, you have this brilliant idea of something you want to do in the material world, right? Business idea, a project, something you want to publicize, something you want to do, whatever it is, and then manifesting it, right? Manifesting into reality and making yourself feel good inside and outside as well. I feel like you can also be the leader. You could be the leader figure of a certain project you are working on or constructing. You can be also helping out others, or being helped with others in a project or idea that, as I said, could manifest and bring real great results. I do feel like as you go into April, as you go into the later part of the month with the Hanged Man here, there's still questions that some of you are most likely going to, questions and doubts you're going to face. I feel like some of you are in a profound transition, right, into a phase in your life that maybe was not the best, and then being kind of pushed and led to go into the exact extreme, which is profound light and happiness. And you may be unaware, or you may be having some difficulties in adapting to those extreme energies, because I feel like there's something on these terms that could happen. I feel like some Scorpios can have experiences where they have been through something, through a period, through a phase that has been hard and difficult and dark, and where they didn't see any happiness or life or good outcomes or whatever, something negative, extremely negative. And then suddenly something happens, suddenly you do something to change your views, or you actually find a reason to hold on to something and work out your issues in a very positive way. And suddenly you find this immense light guiding you, in a lot of joy and a lot of possibilities and a lot of happiness. And sometimes when we go through, it's like some of you have been in the underworld and suddenly you are being pushed out, and there's this beautiful Garden of Eden around you and this paradise, and you may be needing to take some time also to adapt to the extreme energies. Of course, that what I am saying here are metaphors, and it's for some of you that can find being in extreme fear, loss, pain, suffering into finding extreme happiness. Some of you will have abrupt changes of how you're feeling and how your life suddenly is going. I feel like for some of you that have been, it's the real word that is being said here is curfew. It's like there have been you know, some of you that have been withdrawn and feeling afraid, a lot of fear. I feel like this deals with fear. This deals with something that really put a spin on you in terms of fear, and that it created that web and created that complex energy. But also it could have been some Scorpios dealing with circumstances, of course, of their environment that made them feel terrified or obligated to do certain things, you know, within others' rules or expectations. So some of you have been living under a certain prison of fear or obligation, and what I find is that the time now for that curfew time is over. It's like now you have all the freedom, or you are being given the way to freedom, to really find your happiness, to really find yourself and your power. And as you go into April, there may be circumstances that doubts, you know, thoughts that may make you feel insecure or question that same initial security and confidence that you have been dealing with, or finding it as the month goes. But what I'm feeling is like it's temporary, and it's actually, I feel like the Hanged Man for you more than anything is about you actually learning more about yourself and your ego and what you need to shine, what you need to find happiness, what you need to find yourself in a point of direction. It's like some of you have been afraid to be yourselves, to show your ego, to show yourselves and your identity, that it's glamorous and full of shine. For some reason you have been occulting your shine, your glow. It's like an eclipse energy, and now it's the turnaround from that. I feel like some of you are really about to rescue and heal whatever damage has been done to your ego, to your creativity, to your power of creation, to your power of accomplishment, of succeeding or believing in yourself and in your capacity to succeed at something in life, and to find the good things and enjoy the good things without guilt or shame. So I hope you have a great month of March. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and please keep doing so. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.